Hey guys, it's Conor, and OpenAI's board has gone off the rails. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be hyper dramatic or anything, but these are three people in this canoe of insanity that are on the verge of bringing down literally one of the most important companies in human history. And if you know about OpenAI, you know that I am not exaggerating this. Now, first of all, you already know that virtually every single one of the OpenAI employees out of 770 or something has pledged to leave if Sam Altman is not put back in charge of the organization. And folks, this is not a company where you just post a role on Indeed and you get new people, right? This is cutthroat. These are seven-figure offers to engineers and developers and scientists, everything else. The stakes here are absolutely huge. And yet, they are searching for, the board I mean, a CEO for what will amount to like an empty building that's like filled with like phenomenal furniture. I've been to OpenAI. It's amazing. Lots of plants, things like that. It's really beautiful. But these three individuals, Adam D'Angelo, Tasha McCauley, Helen Toner, three people are left. Now, essentially, for all intents and purposes, now that Ilya Sutskever, while technically he is on the board, so it's a four-person board, is now completely on the side of trying to get Sam Altman back into OpenAI, Greg Brockman, everybody else. But let's turn to this CEO hunt because it is comical. We already know that OpenAI's board has approached at least four people for CEO. The first was obviously Mira Murati, who's the CTO. She was sort of like contacted first, and then there was the former former GitHub CEO Nat Friedman, Scale AI CEO Alex Wang, and then all of this was before they got to Emmett Shear, who's the Twitch co-founder. But the last person that they were trying before they got Emmett Shear to say yes is the most bizarre. Dario Amodei. Now, if you know who that is, he's the brilliant CEO of Anthropic. Now, Dario Amodei turned it down immediately because he said, actually, I sort of have a company here, but here's the thing. Not before the board. Again, the board is three individuals, none of which are really related to OpenAI. Three individuals. Here's how that board of those three individuals tried to sweeten the deal to try to get Dario Amodei on board. You know what they did to try to get him to become CEO? They offered to merge OpenAI and Anthropic. OpenAI is clearly the lead leader in here. They're like, oh, you don't want to come? Well, what if we like kind of give you our company or some? It's absolutely bonkers. Can we just talk about why that is utterly insane? Number one, Anthropic and OpenAI are, direct competitors. Now, that's not impossible for direct competitors to do that, but just think about this. This is a merger of the two leading developing companies of generative AI. This is a tech that could arguably transform the very nature of humanity with artificial general intelligence. So you might think that that might involve, a little bit of government scrutiny, maybe, right? And yet, these three remaining board members, one of whom is an academic at Georgetown, and no shade there, but like this is one of the people trying to figure this out, approached the CEO of Anthropic about that possibility of come on board, and if you do, we'll merge our organizations. It's insane. And this plan, not only that, was hatched in like a number of hours after everybody else is saying no. They're sitting around a table being like, well, you know what we could do? It's absolutely insane. The second thing, the Anthropic CEO is a heck of a lot like Sam Altman, right? This is the part that drives me absolutely bonkers. Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei is a huge advocate for safety, caution, development of AI. He talks about regulation. Anthropic actually did something really, I think, very interesting. They created this constitutional AI model, which is different from reinforced learning through human feedback. And this is a method developed by Anthropic to train these sort of general purpose kind of language model to abide by this set of principles, and that those principles are written into a constitution. They're real values as opposed to just, again, getting feedback from humans, which in theory makes that AI system's values more transparent, easier to change around, adjust if need be. And it's actually a really compelling case. And they have this huge team over there focused on alignment, et cetera, et cetera. But ultimately, Amodei and Anthropic are focused on the mixture of commercialization and safety. How can it all happen together? Who does that sound like? Anybody? It sounds like Sam Altman and OpenAI. And I would argue that Altman's commitment to alignment, financially as well as in public in front of Congress, everything else, matches very closely with Dario Amodei. You're seriously going to blow up OpenAI to get Dario Amodei? Why? Because he's brilliant? You know who else is brilliant? And who would actually come, and you know what this other person could bring with him? The entire workforce of OpenAI. Anybody come to mind? Anybody whose name rhymes with Pam Baldwin? It drives me bonkers. Third, finally, guys, where's the board? Where's the board? There's 3 people who are responsible for this. Adam D'Angelo, Tasha McCauley, Helen Toner. They are doing all of this, and they are silent. What the heck? That's all I want to say. By the way, I still think this can work out. I really do. I think they can put Humpty Dumpty back together again. Not that OpenAI is Humpty Dumpty, but I do think they can put OpenAI back together again. But we are going to find out. We're going to learn together.